Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, where we bring you the latest and most exclusive updates about Sheikh Hamdan and his family. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that button and tap the bell icon, so you'll never miss any of our weekly royal stories and emotional updates. Now, let's get into today's fascinating story. A story filled with emotions, secrets, jealousy, and a surprising twist involving Sheikh Hamdan, his ex-wife Haadiya, and his current girlfriend, Shamma Al Falasi. In my previous video, I told you how Sheikh Hamdan had finally opened up to Shamma about a very delicate topic: the surrogacy baby. Shamma was shocked when she first heard about it, especially after learning that Haadiya, Sheikh Hamdan's second wife, had agreed to that decision. It wasn't easy for Shamma to process, but Sheikh Hamdan's honesty made her feel that she deserved to know everything. So now, Shamma knows the full story. Every detail, every reason, and every emotional moment behind that decision. After all of this, Sheikh Hamdan had to leave for his Uzbekistan trip, which was originally meant to be a friends-only trip, a break from the royal pressure and the spotlight. Shamma didn't join from the beginning. She only came during the final days of the trip, but those few days turned into something truly special. Shamma, Sheikh Hamdan, and little Rashid spent quality time together. Peaceful, joyful, and full of laughter. It was one of those rare moments where Sheikh Hamdan could just be himself, a loving father and a man in love. But as always, good moments in the royal circle don't last long without someone finding out. And this time, Haadiya came to know about it. When she heard that Shamma had joined the trip, the same trip she herself had begged to join but was refused, she was furious. Sheikh Hamdan had told her clearly that it was a friends-only trip and that family members wouldn't be joining. But now, knowing that Shamma was there after everyone else had left, it made Haadiya feel betrayed, excluded, and replaced. Her anger turned into silence, a dangerous kind of silence. Instead of reacting instantly, she decided to stay quiet and plan something that could hurt Shamma emotionally. When the trip was over, Sheikh Hamdan, Shamma, and little Rashid returned to Dubai. Sheikh Hamdan first dropped Shamma at her mansion, spent a few minutes with her, and then returned straight to the royal palace. Everything seemed calm for a while, until the next day, when something unexpected happened. Shamma received a phone call. She didn't recognize the number, but she answered it politely, only to hear the voice of Haadiya Zen on the other end. Haadiya introduced herself gently, but wasted no time before dropping a shocking revelation. She told Shamma that she and Sheikh Hamdan had married again, and that she was pregnant with his baby. Shamma froze for a moment. Just a day before, Sheikh Hamdan had told her himself that he only agreed to surrogacy with Haadiya, nothing more. So hearing this from Haadiya made her heart skip a beat. Was Haadiya telling the truth? Or was she trying to break her trust in Sheikh Hamdan? Haadiya continued to talk confidently, saying it was a natural pregnancy, something that completely contradicted everything Sheikh Hamdan had told Shamma. For a few minutes, Shamma felt her world blur. The confusion, the disbelief, and the fear of being lied to all hit her at once. But deep down, a part of her heart whispered that Sheikh Hamdan was telling the truth. Instead of showing shock or anger, Shamma decided to stay calm. She didn't let Haadiya sense her emotions, and what she did next was truly clever. You see, Shamma had a servant in her mansion who used to work for Haadiya years ago. This servant still had access to some people in Haadiya's circle, so Shamma decided to use that connection, not for revenge, but to seek the truth. She asked her servant to visit Haadiya, pretending it was a friendly visit. She even gave her money to buy small gifts, just to make the visit look natural and harmless. The servant did exactly as instructed. She went to Haadiya's residence, greeted her warmly, spent some time, and quietly observed everything. After returning, she reported everything back to Shamma. And here came the big revelation. There was no sign of pregnancy, no doctors, no visits, no special arrangements, absolutely nothing. It was all a lie. Haadiya wasn't pregnant, nor was there any new baby on the way. It was a fabricated story, a trick to shake Shamma's trust in Sheikh Hamdan. When Shamma heard this, she felt both relieved and heartbroken. Relieved because Sheikh Hamdan had not betrayed her, but heartbroken because she realized how deeply Haadiya now saw her as an enemy. Even after all this, Shamma didn't confront Haadiya or start any drama. She simply chose silence, grace, and faith. Faith in Sheikh Hamdan's words and the bond they share. Now Shamma believes Sheikh Hamdan more than ever. She knows that in a royal world full of secrets and manipulation, honesty is the most precious gift, and Sheikh Hamdan gave her exactly that. But this story isn't over yet, because in my next video, I'll tell you what happened next between Sheikh Hamdan and Haadiya, and how this small lie led to a much bigger confrontation in the palace. So stay tuned for that. These were the latest updates about Sheikh Hamdan, Haadiya Zen, and Shamma Al Falasi. I hope you found this story as interesting as I did. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss my next exclusive royal update. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all soon in the next video.